guys, welcome back to Celebrity Click. If this is your first time here, remember to like the video, share the video, leave a comment, and most importantly, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I'm your host, Betty. So we have Matt Wilkson and Kinsey Schofield sitting down and discussing Meghan the irrelevant, unless you know very well that you are lying about her being irrelevant, and deep down you know very well she is not irrelevant, and that is why you are talking about her, because you are obsessed with her. And so guys, take a look at this hideous clip from Matt Wilkson and Kinsey Schofield.
Not doing anything too interesting. You mentioned earlier about how Meghan's been quiet. Ish. About 18 months ago, I was on your show, and I said that Meghan was the USA's problem now. Yeah. I said we could, and I got loads of brickbats for it. I got a lot of criticism because I carried on reporting on Meghan, but it's fine. But she's kind of USA's problem. But is it? I just get to the fact that is she just a little bit? No one seems to get angry or annoyed or anything like that. She's not doing anything too interesting. Is there a danger that Meghan's actually not just being quiet, but becoming a bit boring?
Oh, I think she's always been boring.
She's boring. She's irrelevant.
Yeah.
She's on the cusp of being irrelevant.
But she doesn't have anything to talk about. And Meghan gives them content. So when Meghan is not posting anything on her Instagram account, when Meghan is not doing anything, when Meghan is not out there, then they absolutely have no content. And that way, they can't be able to pay their bills. Because as you all know, these royal commentators depend on Meghan to be able to pay their bills. Without her, they are nothing. Without Meghan, they can't even afford groceries. Without Meghan, they can't afford to pay their bills. That is why you are seeing Matt Wilkson crashing out and throwing tantrums just because Meghan has been quiet. So guys, help me understand. You claim this woman is irrelevant, right? So if she is irrelevant, you are not supposed to be worried of the fact that she has become quiet, she's not doing anything interesting. Because why would you be worried about all this? Why would you be worried about what she is doing? And you already know that she is irrelevant. And that is why I keep on saying that these royal commentators are nothing but hypocrites. They know very well, deep down, they know very well that Meghan the Duchess of Sussex is not irrelevant. And they depend on her to be able to pay their bills. And guys, about Kinsey Schofield, we all know where Kinsey Schofield beef with Meghan the Duchess of Sussex, or Kinsey Schofield one-sided feud with Meghan the Duchess of Sussex came from. We are talking about the same woman who photoshopped Harry and Meghan's engagement photo, and she decided that, you know what, my face has to be the one on that photo. And so she replaced Meghan's image with her own. And guys, how sick is that? And that just proves that Kinsey Schofield has always been obsessed with Harry from the get-go. She had always been obsessed with Harry. And when she saw that Harry got to marry this brilliant, intelligent woman, she got so angry. And she got so bitter and she got so jealous because Harry got Meghan. Harry got to marry Meghan and not her. And if she thought that Harry was somehow going to marry her, then she must have been so delusional. Because we all know there is no way in hell Prince Harry could have married Kinsey Schofield. And most of the royal commentators, especially women, they all have a problem with Meghan. Because she got to marry Prince Harry, because she got married to Prince Harry. We have people like Charlotte Griffiths. And we know very well one of the reasons Charlotte Griffiths hates Meghan so much, it is because she got married to Prince Harry. So when we see Kinsey claiming that, oh, Meghan is irrelevant, oh, Meghan has become so boring, we all know that she is actually bitter and jealous of the fact that Meghan got her dream guy. Meghan got the person she had always dreamt of being with. And so when she saw that, oh, Prince Harry got to marry Meghan, when she saw that Meghan got married to Prince Harry, that is when she started projecting all her, disappointment and frustrations to Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. But all in all, these royal commentators keeps on proving just how hypocritical they are, because there is no way you can be calling someone irrelevant and yet you talk about her each and every single day. There is no way you can claim that someone is boring and yet you talk about her each and every single day. Like all the time you are discussing her, all the time you are talking about her, all the time you depend on her to be able to pay your bills, and then you want us to believe that this person is irrelevant? Oh, come on. That only proves that you are hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. And Matt Wilkson, Kinsey Schofield, the other royal commentators, the likes of Piers Morgan, Angela Levine, Dan Wootton, name them, Kevin O'Sullivan, they have all proven that they are hypocritical and they have this sick obsession with Meghan. And most importantly, they only depend on Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, to pay their bills. That is why if Meghan dares to go quiet, if Meghan dares not to post anything on her Instagram account, they go all basic. And that is because they know very well that without Meghan posting anything, without Meghan doing anything, Meghan being quiet, then they are broke. They have no way of buying groceries. They can't be able to afford groceries. They can't even be able to pay their bills. That is why they gotta do what they gotta do. And that is, they have to attack Meghan each and every single day. They have to cook content about Meghan each and every single day because they know very well without her, they are nothing. And I believe at this point, many people already know what these royal commentators deal with Meghan is. Even Meghan herself, she already knows what these royal commentators deal with her is, because I remember when Meghan was having this interview when With Love Meghan had premiered for season 2, and Meghan was having this interview with, was it Bloomberg? Yeah, it was Bloomberg. And Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, said that these critics and haters, they are obsessed with her. They talk about her online. When they come online, they talk about her. They say negative things about her. They attack her. But when they go back home, they are busy making single skillet spaghetti. And that just proves that the reason as to why they do this, the reason as to why they spread all this Mia campaign, it is because they gotta pay their bills. And how can they be able to pay their bills if it is not by attacking the one influential and the most popular duchess? So once again, Kinsey Schofield is proving that she is just so jealous of Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and we all know why, because we can never ever forget that this is the woman who photoshopped Harry and Meghan's, engagement photo. And for Matt Wilkson, he's complaining about Meghan being, quiet, Meghan not doing anything interesting, because because he knows very well, without Meghan doing all this stuff, without Meghan putting herself out there, without Meghan, being a vocal, posting on her Instagram account, doing this and that, then they have zero way of making content. Then they have no way of paying their bills. And also, Matt Wilkson is only lying, claiming that Meghan is a USA problem, because we know very well that Harry and Meghan, they are actually adored by their Montecito neighbors. And their Montecito neighbors, they actually love the Sussexes. And I believe the US loves the Sussexes. California loves the Sussexes. And we know very well, everywhere Harry and Meghan goes, they all get loved. Because each and every single person who have ever met with Harry and Meghan, they say how kind, how generous, how, kind-hearted they really are. And everyone says that they are wonderful, they are beautiful souls, they are adorable. Like no single person has ever met Harry and Meghan and said anything negative about them. So, Matt Wilkson, Kinsey Schofield, they can continue cheering and they can choose to stop with their blabbering because they can't convince anyone. They can't lie to anyone that Meghan is irrelevant and boring because we know very well which royal couple is irrelevant and we know very well which royal couple is boring. And guys, we sure know very well it is not Harry and Meghan. So, I've seen a lot of people reacted to this clip, and so let us take a look, guys. We have a taker who says, what in the Ozempic Kingsley the clown and the rest of these parasites blabbing on about, dressed up, although showering beforehand is questionable, to sit on a panel to discuss how irrelevant Meghan is. These rats are truly the lowest hanging fruit. Guys, they gotta work, they gotta find a way to pay their bills, and the only way they can do that is only by talking about Meghan. She is the only royal who is influential enough, she is the only royal who is popular enough to bring them clicks and attention they very much crave for. And it is actually despicable, and these royal commentators, they are unhinged and they are more than despicable. And then we have Donna who says, Meghan is boring and irrelevant, but you people are still obsessed with her. What does that say about you idiots sitting around focusing on Prince Harry's wife? Did you think Meghan was for your entertainment? WTF is wrong with you people? Kinsey, you are so jealous of Meghan. Exactly. Kinsey Schofield has always been so jealous of Meghan, and I have told you the reason why. And then we have Teka who says, unreal. I'm baffled by this level of hate and fixation on this woman who is minding her business. This must stop. And KMWW says Kinsey Schofield is a pursuer in the US and the UK who can't keep her mouth shut about Meghan, who has accomplished more than Kinsey can dream of. She's so jealous and pathetic that she photoshopped her face over Meghan's engagement photo. We see you, Kinsey. And Teka says, the delusion is of the chart. Bitch is dusty. Imagine forcing your ugly ass face self into someone else's happiness. And Carl says, it's so weird how these nobodies sit around and talk in circle about people who don't even know they exist. Like, who even are these gross fools? They look like clowns at a water cooler gossiping about someone who got promoted over their lame asses. And when the sun sets, the moon rises, says, the Sussex family's visit to the UK will force the British press to refocus on how it tells its stories about the Sussexes. Since most of the visit will be behind closed doors, there will be a lot of made-up stories which will cause contradictions among different media reports. And Wake Up Retard says, those ugly rats need of immediate psychiatric intervention. And Leo SB says, I mean, you have to be really unprofessional or really stupid to spend every single show talking about someone, building your career around that person, while simultaneously dismissing them as boring or irrelevant. LOL. And Meghan Markle News and Gossip says, these people have not stopped talking about Meghan since she left the UK. Yet she is irrelevant. LOL. Is she paying their bills? LOL. She's paying their bills. And Catwoman says, oh, so boring and irrelevant. These dimwits can't even see the hypocrisy of their conversation totally focused on Meghan. It is laughable. Nasty people start their bitching. She's way above their intelligence. And JC says, LOL, you can cut their obvious jealousy with a knife. I don't talk about people who are irrelevant in my life. I will not even waste my time on them. Their actions and words don't sync. And Placentia says, Meghan is irrelevant, but these idiotic bitches keep talking about her. And Cindy says, right, Meghan is so irrelevant that you can't stop talking about her, and flew. Kinsey Schofield, who knows nothing to the UK, to sit on a weekly Meghan hate panel. And Cindy says, These people in the UK have no idea how irrelevant Kinsey is in the US. She's not in any kind of shows because she's a fraud, and privacy looks like a derangement support group. Pitiful creatures. And Diane says the jealousy and envy from Kinsey, who is very irrelevant, was made a career out of hating Meghan. She should be thanking Meghan for paying her bills. And Squawky says, cockeyed Kinsey is another washed up hug who can only make money from the Meghan hate trade. No amount of Ozempic is gonna help her. She will just be a skin and nasty troll. And June says, yet they are discussing an irrelevant person who hasn't lived in this country for years. Well, at least her name is paying their bills. Kama, are you listening? And Ari says, someone who is talked about 24/7 is irrelevant. Interesting. And Sussex Daily says, sitting around talking about how irrelevant Meghan is, the height of irony, hypocrisy, and complete lack of self-awareness. And Lanista says, it's laughable that they talking endlessly about how Meghan is boring. They will force hours of coverage, articles, and books about how boring Meghan is. And Beyonce said, have you noticed all these people who got famous for attacking Meghan? Who are these British shows and work for newspapers who was overweight, have gone on Ozempic or had a makeover? And disgrace is these bitches calling Meghan boring while praising their mumbling princess. What the fuck? And Toranega says, wait, every last one of these Meghan hating heifers is mainlining Ozempic, so they wanna look lean like Meghan or like the other one. And Meghan, aka Brazen Hussey Guadalupe, says she always been boring and yet you cannot stop talking about her. Talk about contradiction. And Kara says they say she's irrelevant but they can't stop talking about her. Uniquity says yes, she lost some weight. Exactly. Trolls definitely will lose weight because they spend most of their time thinking about what are they going to say next about Meghan, what nasty stuff are they going to say next about Meghan. And guys, trolls will always remain to be trolls, and I believe very soon karma will be coming for Kinsey and Matt Wilkson. So there you have it. Let me know what do you think about it in the comments, and most importantly, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And my name is Betty. See you on the next one. Bye.